Another community backing onto the Bow River. Yeah, it's Cochrane. There's lots of them. Let's check it out. This one's West Terrace. So West Terrace is located up Quigley Drive, just in between West Valley and a future video coming up, West Point. It's another community built in the mid-90s here in Cochrane, Alberta. And what, again, I say it time and time again, what makes Cochrane, Alberta special is that there is so much nature and so many opportunities to be just immersed in some wild areas and have some privacy and some views, but still be in a major town and have all the amenities that comes with it. Now West Terrace, like I said, built in the mid-90s, construction continued on until the early 2000s. There is a handful of homes that line West Terrace and line this paved pathway system that runs along the length of the Bow River. And as you can see behind me here, many of them are walkouts, bungalows, two-story, a bunch of different styles. And as we get to the front of them, you're gonna see they're beautiful, big homes. But again, some of them are a little bit older and you may need to do some updating, which may allow you to get into a waterfront, view-rich home and have the ability to even increase its value by updating the home a little bit. Now the community itself has, very similar to West Valley, two schools within it. So there's a French immersion school and a public school. Now the public school is Mitford Elementary and it is a 5 to 8. So any of the kids that are in that grades 1 to 4 will have to go across Highway 22 into Glenbow and go to Glenbow Elementary. However, any kids 5 to 8 will be here in Mitford Elementary. Now, before we dive into the community and get a look at some of the front homes and see the different stylings, I just want you to take a second and we're just gonna listen to a little bit of that ASMR of the Bow River in the background. It's beautiful. You can sit out here in the morning, have your coffee. There's benches. If you have one of the waterfront properties, the view that you get is stunning. West Terrace, like West Point, is further west along the Bow River. And so as you can see behind me here, you do not have a community that you can really see from ground level across the Bow River. You can kind of see a glimpse of it over in the trees. It's Bow Ridge, and we'll talk about that in a future video. But just walking along this river valley here, it's calm, it's peaceful, and you have unobstructed views of that river valley. So let's jump into the community and get a feel for what the actual inside of West Terrace feels like. West Terrace, much like West Valley, is an older, more mature community. So for those of you that are looking for the communities with the big mature trees, bigger lots, wider streets, West Terrace is going to be a great community for you guys to look into. Now, obviously there's the bigger, large, more estate homes that line the Bow River, and those are great, but obviously the prices are gonna be closer to that $1 million mark, maybe just a bit under for those homes that need a little bit more updating. But as we move into the community, we're gonna get more into the front drive attached, standard single family home that you expect. Now, if you're familiar with the mid-90s and early 2000s, these homes are gonna look very, very, very familiar. Many of them have that brick facade that comes up about halfway along the side of the garage. They're a side entry. And so the homes in this community are not gonna be different than in other centers in Alberta, you know, Calgary, Airdrie, of the same time frame. And with these homes being built in the mid-90s to early 2000s, some of these homes are still gonna obviously have original siding. That's common. We don't get a lot of hail here that is capable of damaging siding in Cochrane. So for a lot of these homes, minus a few little upgrades, you are going to be seeing the original siding on these homes. As I mentioned in the West Valley video, I truly feel that the biggest advantage to being in these more mature, older style neighborhoods is just the size of the lots. So you can see the size of not only the front yards, but just the width of the street, the room for parking. What really sticks out to me is the distance between houses. You're seeing side yards that are, 6, 8, 10 feet versus the standard 4 feet in the newer communities. So you're gaining extra room between your neighbors. You're gaining more grass, more yard space. You're gaining more mature trees. And these neighborhoods are still super close to the actual core of Cochrane. So if you continue along Quigley Drive, which I'm walking along now, you'll pass through West Valley, and then crossing a single set of lights on Highway 22, you can continue along, and that road will take you directly to downtown Cochrane for all of your grocery shopping needs. And you don't really have to deal with the construction of Highway 1A and Highway 22, as it's just a standard set of lights to cross Highway 22. Now, the standard single family front drive attached home is not the only style of home that you're gonna find in West Terrace. Along Quigley Drive, there is plenty of bungalows with rear garages and rear lane homes. There's a handful of duplexes with single car garages, or again, rear garage options. And then there's some areas here, like I'm at right now, where you've got a park, you saw behind me, a green space all the way around, and homes that back directly onto that green space and not onto another set of homes. Just like West Valley, West Terrace is a sought after community. People like the feeling of the quiet, people like the feeling of the bigger yards, and people love mature trees and developed green spaces. So if that style of living fits your wants and needs, again, you might have to be a little bit patient. As I shoot this video, there's only 2 houses currently available in West Terrace. In comparison, if I look at some of the new communities, there's 20, 30 homes for sale. So there's typically just going to be less listings in a more mature community like this in Cochrane, because there are so many people that want to be able to hear birds chirping. I don't know if you can hear that, pick that up, but the mature, older areas with these environmentally protected little pathway areas and a creek bed running through. Listen to that. That's awesome. So if you ask me, that's the biggest reason why people look at the West Valleys, the West Terraces. I'll get into Bow Ridge and some of the communities on the south side of the river that match the similar sort of feel in future videos to come. But honestly, this is exactly why Cochrane is so great. You've got a mixture of communities. If you want new, you can get it. If you want old or more mature, you can get that too. And all of the communities have pathways. They're close to the river. You can see the mountains from the majority of the communities in the town. I just think it's a wonderful place to raise a family. It's a wonderful place to retire to. It's quiet, it's peaceful. And honestly, coming out to do these videos and walking through these communities, walking down through these pathways, it's awesome. This is what makes Cochrane so special to live in. This is what makes Cochrane such a great place to relocate to, is that you have all of the amenities, like I mentioned, of a major town, but you get this peaceful, small town feel where the people are friendly. Every time I pass somebody on a pathway, they say hi, they engage. It's not, looking down. It's the community feel, which is hard to parlay over video, is exceptional. And I just think that if I can do one thing with these videos, over and above showing you what the communities are like and showing you the style of the homes and how the communities actually feel with the layout, is I hope I can convey the peacefulness, the calm, the nature-focused feel of Cochrane, and just help you get that vibe that you're moving to a safe, welcoming, nature-focused, beautiful city at the foothills of some of the most gorgeous landscapes our country has to offer. And that, to me, is why Cochrane is such a great place to move to. If the thought of moving to West Terrace or West Valley or Cochrane in general is something that's on your mind and you'd love to know more about it, I'd be happy to help. Reach out, get a hold of me. Let's get you here in person so you can see the beauty that I'm seeing and help make you moving to Cochrane, Alberta, a reality moving forward. Thanks, and I will see you in the next one.